Right now, we're going to add another menu, so that we can have all the records of countries with people, or without people, gathered in one place. In the previous videos, we defined that we wanted only countries with people to appear on this list. But, to improve the interface, we can add an alternative here, which is to use filters. We can add here a menu item with filters, where we'll have the possibility to view countries with people, countries without people, or all countries. These three options will be positioned in the same folder. So let's see how to do that with Genio. In Genio we're going to add a menu item here. We could copy a menu item that already exists and then make changes over it. But right now, to gain expertise, we want to create a menu item from scratch. Let's insert the new menu item here. How do we do it? We place the cursor over where we want to add one more item, which is here on the People menu. Insert. The menu item is Menu. Let's write, country with or without people, for example. Next, we will also define a list. We're also going to insert this list manually. The menu type is List. And it's a list of what? A list of countries. As for the support form, we want one that allows us to insert or change information. So we're going to choose Country P, which is what allows us to see the list of people. And we click on the Use All Fields button. And all the fields appear. But, right now, we're going to delete some of these fields. We're not going to hide them, like before, but actually delete them. So let's delete, one by one. There's no other way to do this, we have to delete one by one. So, we are going to delete all these fields. And we're only going to leave the country name field. Let's leave the other fields too. There is one other field here that can also be important, which is the ordering field. Usually Genio fills in this field automatically. Genio has chosen the name field for the ordering. And we're going to leave it as it is. The name field appears first. And we can even see that the ordering is ascending. Right now, we've done everything that we needed to do, in terms of the construction of the menu. And we can see that the list has already appeared in the menu tree. Now, we are going to insert a consultation form. Genio automatically selects a visualization form as the type of menu. The base area will be country, and the form will be count P. This form's access mode will be the update mode, just like in the list. We save. And we can see that we've just created an identical sequence to what we have from the menu list 1311 down. So, we could also have just copied it. But, it's important to show that there are several ways to do this. Now, what we want to do is add filters to this list. So we go to this list. And here we have an area for filters. So we click on the right side, to insert a new filter. And here we are going to define what we want. First, let's create a new group of filters. This group of filters is going to gather 3 or 4 conditions in the same area. So, this filter will belong to the group people. And we'll call it with people. Let's check the default value box. And this means that whatever condition we place in this box will appear as default. So, to write the condition, we can press F11. And when we press F11, we get this list that will help us choose the relevant field for this condition. Once again, we're using the logical field if people. And we're stating that if this field is equal to 1, then it is true. We save. And here we have our first filter condition. Let's now create the second condition. We're going to duplicate the first condition, to take advantage of what we've already filled out. But we're going to change the title to without people. We're also going to uncheck the default value box. And this second condition states that if the logical value is equal to 0, then the condition is true. And let's create a third condition. Let's duplicate the previous condition. The title of this condition will be all. And the condition is true. So, what we are defining here in the filters are conditions that are going to filter the database to give us different information, according to the conditions. So let's save. And, right now, let's generate the code. Genio is currently generating the code. Let's wait to see if everything was well defined and there are no errors. And, it has finished. So let's enter the system, built by Visual Studio, based on the code generated by Genio. Now, we've entered the system. Let's maximize the window. And let's see. So, here we have a new menu item, as is defined in our menu. We can see it here. And when we click on this menu item, we get, by default, the list of countries with people. But we can also apply other filters to get other results. So, we can choose countries with people. We can choose countries without people. And we can choose all countries, where we can distinguish between countries with people and countries without people in the last column, as we can see here. So, I've just demonstrated the concept of a filter, which is an option that is implemented in the system very quickly, using Genio.